Culley. I'm the owner of Fox in the Snow. We're back making more recipes, sharing more recipes exactly the way we make it here so that you can make it there. And we're gonna do coffee cake, more specifically sour cream coffee cake, even more specifically brown sugar crumble coffee cake. It's not dry at all. And it's very heavy on the cinnamon. It's a perfect Fox and Snow recipe. Just like always, it's the most approachable. It is easy. It is recognizable. You've had it 600,000 times, but this is the best version of that thing that you've had. So we can get right into it. Crumble, super simple. We're going to use a mixture of a cup of flour, half a cup of brown sugar, 2 teaspoons of cinnamon, and half a teaspoon of salt. Okay, we're going to put all of our dry into a bowl. And then to that, we're going to add our butter. And this is cold butter. Yes, this is cold butter. And vanilla. This is 5 tablespoons of butter and 1 teaspoon of vanilla. It's also a third a cup of butter, and when we were talking about how to reduce this down to being able to use it at home, we're like, how much is a third a cup of butter? And on the butter chart, the cutting butter chart, there is a spot for a third of a cup. It's a little more than 5 tablespoons, just to note. Okay, now you're just going to use your hands, mix it all together, and we're going to take that mixture in 2 parts into the food processor to make our crumble. We're going to put half of this in. And we're going to not pulse it, we're going to turn it on, and we're going to let it run until it starts to go up the sides, sort of like a wall. You'll see. Okay. Okay. So I don't know if you could see, but it goes up to the sides, and then you can see sort of too that it's still crumbly, but if I wanted to, I was trying to think of a better word than smush it together, but I could smush it together if I wanted to. But we're going to leave it in crumble form. Oh man, my mom's food processor. Okay, so we're going to leave this in here, and then we'll do round 2. Put it in, turn it on, have faith. Watch for the wall. There it goes. So this is our crumble. We're going to put this in the refrigerator until it's time to put on top of the cake so that we don't end up with melted butter. In the crumble, the brown sugar that we use at the bakery is dark brown sugar. We only use dark brown sugar. We don't use light brown sugar for anything. I didn't say that before, but that is important. All right, so this is how we are getting our butter. We're getting it in blocks, but basically this is just 4 sticks of butter. This has to be room temp. Room temp for me means you can put your finger in it, it'll leave an indent. There's no like melting around the outside. And then 2 cups plus 2 tablespoons of sugar. It really is like the exact translation of the recipe for the coffee cake you're getting in the cafes. So we're just trying to keep it as true to form as possible. So we're just going to cut it. It's not going to be pretty. It doesn't have to be perfect. And also you're going to have to wash your hands after this. Okay, 2 cups of sugar. It's not a small amount of sugar. This is a very, very rich cake. This is actually, this is a lot, like a lot of other Fox and Snow recipes. We're just going to put the butter on top. This is like a lot of other Fox and Snow recipes where like so much of whether or not I think it's good or worthy of being on the menu is how much it's tied to nostalgia. So for me, growing up, coffee cake, like we weren't making coffee cake from scratch in my house, but we were buying Entenmann's. And My dad loved Entenmann's, and so to me, this is like the highest form of a compliment to Entenmann's. This is like the most sugary, cinnamony, soft coffee cake that we could come up with. We have sugar, we have butter. We're gonna go through, we're gonna mix it together until light and fluffy. Oh, I need a spatula. Okay. Okay, always the same thing. Scrape down, scrape down, scrape down. It's gonna not be the color of butter when it's ready to go. And it's fluffier, more like icing than like butter. Were you ever tempted when you were little? It's like this part always looks like you want to lick it. And then someone had to convince you like it's not going to be good. All right, it's done, it's happy. It's changed color, it's fluffy. It's more white than it is yellow. It's all mixed together. We're gonna add put down my baton. We're gonna add 1 3/4 cup of sour cream, which is a lot of sour cream. This is an intense cake in all the right ways, and you have to add the good stuff. Add a lot of the good stuff. Oh, every time. All right. We're just going to add all of the sour cream in at once, and then we'll mix it, scrape it, you know the drill. This is actually where it starts to resemble cake batter, in my opinion. All right, and you can tell that you're going to have to scrape it down because when it mixes together, it's really smooth. When it doesn't mix together, you can still see some of the like sugar granules. So don't skip this step, and make sure you're getting all the way down to the bottom. It's being crazy. Okay, now we're gonna add 2 teaspoons of vanilla, which not a lot of recipes call for more than a teaspoon of vanilla. This does. And 5 eggs. I've said it before, I'll say it again. It doesn't have to be room temp with your eggs. We don't room temp our eggs at the bakery. All right, I will say, make sure, I haven't done a good job up until this point. I will from here on out, but make sure you're also mixing in everything that's getting stuck along your paddle. And then we're just scraping down. I don't know that I'm doing a very like graceful way of scraping everything down, but I don't know that there is a graceful way of scraping everything down. All right, so we'll just mix that together. Make sure it's all ready to go, and then we're gonna add in the dry. In here, we have 4 cups of flour, a tablespoon of baking powder, a teaspoon of baking soda, and a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And we've gone through and whisked it all together to make sure it's all fully incorporated. And then we're just gonna add enough that it can mix and scrape down, mix and scrape down. And this is where it actually will taste really good, but you can just always lie to your kids and tell them it wouldn't. Gonna mix it one more time. That's a lie. We're gonna scrape it down, and then we are gonna mix it one more time. I am gonna get another spatula. I'm gonna barefoot Contessa this spatula. This one, we're just making sure that there's no dry stuck to the bottom. That would be embarrassing if I go to pour this and there's a bunch of flour at the bottom. So what we do at the bakery is then we do it one more time, and you do like high for, I don't know, 20 seconds or something. I feel like it's probably more mental than it actually is doing anything. That's your cake batter. tempted to lick the paddle and I won't, but beautiful cake batter. This can go into muffin tins. It can go into a loaf pan. We have done it as muffins before. We've done it as cupcakes before. It's really like this dough, this batter is like a very versatile batter. It's delicious, like just as is. I feel like this has got to be so stressful to watch, like me precariously stack things and then get dough everywhere and batter everywhere. And okay, we're gonna layer it. We have a cake round at the bottom, 10-inch cake pan. We go big, like literally as big as possible. These are also like when you get a slice at the bakery, like it is a big slice of cake. And I say that as somebody who eats the whole slice by themselves, so like no shame. This is about the size of the disher scoop you have in your house. This is the one that we use in the bakery. If you don't have a scoop, all you're really trying to do is take your batter in 3 separate portions: batter, cinnamon sugar, batter, cinnamon sugar, batter, crumble. Okay, so at the bakery we're weighing this out to make sure that it's perfect, but no need. 5, and then we get 1 in the middle. That's how we're doing it. And then my favorite kitchen tool, our offset, and we're just gonna go through and spread it around and try to make sure that it's even. And like I said, this is a super thick cake batter, and so if you don't spread it around manually, there's no way this is getting to the edges. This is our cinnamon sugar mixture. You can see how dark it is. It's nearly equal parts cinnamon sugar. You want it to be this dark, otherwise you won't see the marbling, you won't see the swirl in it. And so we're doing this, and we're doing 3 tablespoons. And again, does not have to be perfect. Next layer. 6 right in the middle, offset. And then this one, you're just going to be a little more light-handed so that you don't pull the cinnamon sugar up into this layer. 3 tablespoons. When you were little, did your mom make you cinnamon sugar toast? My mom made it all the time. We had this stuff sitting there, and she would cut it into thirds, so you had a stick to dip in your hot chocolate. Get out. And this should take us to the finish line. We're spreading this guy on. And then smoothing it out. All right, now we're ready for crumble. I'm gonna put this over here. This is a tank of a cake.
It was very satisfying to watch.
Was it?
Yeah.
I mean, I'll tell you what.
Spreading job.
I didn't want to say that I had done a good spreading job, but I'm glad that you noticed it, because I... Okay, now we just get it ready for its time in the oven. You're going to use all of the crumble that you just made, covering as much as we can. It is a lot of crumble, but I feel like you're going to want, you want there to be like a very distinctive top layer. And also, I feel like it's everybody's favorite part, right? This is going to go into a 350-degree oven for 45 minutes. Then you're going to tent it with aluminum foil and leave it in for the last 15 minutes, 15 to 20, and you'll just check for doneness just like a regular cake. But I did not turn my oven on. So did you need a shot of me putting it in the oven? Look at the forethought on this one. 350-degree oven. 45 minutes. This is the best part. Okay, so regular old powdered sugar. We're just going to do a light dusting. This is like opinion. Light dusting, if you want it, you can see the crumble through the powdered sugar. That's totally fine. If you like a very heavy dusting, also totally fine. I try to go somewhere in between. It's tempting to want to make it snow enough that it's fully coated, but like, to me, this is the perfect amount. You can still see the crumble through the top. Okay. This is such a dense cake. It's not, you do not have to worry about it not, it coming apart in your hands or anything of the like. And then we do 8 slices at the bakery because we don't do anything small. Eight slices, a huge slice. And then you can see, you can see your marbling. You can also see, this is like a birthday cake. It's so, it's like a pound cake, birthday cake. It's like the best texture. It's not even classically coffee cake in the sense that like of how, I don't know, rich and sweet it is, but it's the best one you'll ever have. That's it. I actually really could eat one of these every day. You want to try it?
Yeah. Yeah.